happened and I said, what asset do I have currently in my cupboard that I can pull out that can help me with this situation, right? And maybe that asset is something from Rotary. Maybe that asset was because you went on like a scouts camp, or you did or something really difficult happened to you as a child. Like, who knows? It could be anything. But think about all those experiences as opportunities, or like playing cards that you can play in conversations in your now like young adult life.
When it comes to equality is Alex, you get a shoe, Noah get a shoe, Alex get a shoe, Lexi get a shoe. It's like Oprah, everybody gets shoes, okay? That is equality. But equity is giving everyone on this call a shoe that fits them. And this is the point I want you all to understand when I talk about equity. It's because we have people showing up into our schools and our spaces and our jobs every day with shoes that are given to them that is not their size, but they're forced to wear them. And they're very uncomfortable. Some are starting to wear them so much and so regularly that they forgot how uncomfortable it feels. And sometimes we're the ones who are giving them these shoes. And so it's something to think about. What are we doing when it comes to the equitable treatment, even with our own peer groups?
Is that for me, we have much opportunity. I live in a place where there is just opportunity abounds. And I am in a good position in my life to be able to have that opportunity externally to me that I could take advantage of. But if I don't take responsibility for making my own choices, then somebody else is going to make them for me. If I don't pursue trying to, imagine, build, design, and live a way of life I love, I'm going to end up spending my life's energy making someone else's dreams come true. And that'll be clear. That's really clear to me. And it's very painful if I were to allow that to happen. So the implication to me of all of this is that the choice is mine. And so you choose how you are going to be living your life, whether you're going to be the designer, whether you're going to be the one who is saying, I'm going to dream the dreams I want to dream and build the life I choose to live. It's up to you.
Straight side. Okay, let's slow it down and look. Now you all tell me what this is. Now the hard part is, it's honestly both, depending on how you look at this. It could be looking to the side, or it could be looking straight. And this is just highlighting what happens when we have high ambiguity and a cognitive load and have to make a decision. Our brain can only take what information that it has, and we might say it's looking to the side or straight, but honestly, depending on when we look at it, what information we have, it could be either or sometimes both ways. Now you all can imagine thoughts like this, examples like this, really can show us, as we're thinking about our own leadership, how important it is for us to just interrogate and be aware of our own biases or lens, because we might say a person's looking sideways or looking straight when they might be looking both ways, but we have to be able to look at the whole photo.
Here's the deal. Sometimes folks reach out to me and they're like, hey, Danica, can you come and talk to us about like purpose and inspiration? And I think people call me for this because I have an uncommon approach, but I actually think that you probably use this approach like 1,000 times a day. So I will just acknowledge that I'm going to talk to you today about just like listening to your own internal gut and about some practices that we can use to use that, because I acknowledge that of the millions of decisions that you make a day, you are quite likely somebody who just occasionally taps in and goes, oh, I'm hungry, I should eat some food. I need to call that person right now. And you do like a quick body check and you go, this is what I need to be doing right now. One of the reasons I decided to come tonight is because I actually think that there's the gap between when we're using our guts and our minds and our bodies and our instincts to make a decision, and there's this other stuff that just keeps happening where we're occasionally acting out of what we think other people might need from us, have told us to do. There's that kind of concept of like, don't let people should on you. But the truth is there's a lot of shoulds in our society. So I thought as we kind of dive into finding our purpose, like helping to explore, like, where am I heading in this world? And what are some tools that I can take with me so that I can always sort of find my own personal and internal way as I go?
Purpose is one of the most important things in our life. All of us, without a purpose, we are nothing. And so how, purpose is why do you get out of bed? Why did you decide to come and, rather than sleeping or rather than going out in the evening, decided to come to this conference or, this talk, or, why, does something needs to be done? And so that's what is purpose, your purpose. It keeps us focused. And how do you find your purpose? That is the main question, I guess, for everybody, for people all over the world.
The greatest superpower. I like the idea of putting superpowers. Listen, here's the thing about change. The truth about change in life is it is inevitable. When we say life change, it's almost like it is what it is. Like, life will change and you will not be able to control it. And sometimes it's going to change in ways that blow you away and you absolutely love it. And that's great. And sometimes it's going to take and it's going to knock you flat down and you're not going to want it. You're going to say this stinks. And what I've learned is sometimes those changes are the coolest ones.
Not in-depth definition. Diversity. First of all, it's like change is the only constant. Diversity is the only reality. There is diversity in every aspect, whether it's rocks, dirt, flowers, trees, people, cars. There's diversity everywhere. You cannot really deny diversity. You cannot deny it. You might want to pretend it doesn't exist, but it really does. So diversity is really the norm. It is in fact the norm. And of course.
So what is Interact? It's a question I get asked all the time. And it's kind of hard, Interact's so many different things and each club takes it in their own direction. But on the official website, Interact clubs bring together young people aged 12 to 18 to develop leadership skills while discovering the power of service above self. So really, Interact has a leadership component and a service component. But what makes Interact different from, your student council, your environment club, or any other clubs at your school is that Interact is a school/community club and it's a global organization.